Up, welcome everybody. I want to say thanks for joining us. And hang on, still playing with our computer here. There we go. All right, I want to do just basically just kind of talk to everybody real quickly tonight. It's not going to be a very long training call because again, we have to get up at 3 a.m. and head out of here. And I know that there's a lot of people who have busy schedules too. I want to say this. Here we are at we're at the end of July and we're coming into the August. And in September, I just want to kind of talk traditionally, everybody. I know we've got a small crew on here, but I'm going to basically kind of get you ready for what's going to come. Come the fall, there's going to be, okay, hang on, everybody. Got to stop my about that. That was when you leave your phone ringer on. That's what happens. So anyway, this is what happens, everybody. Right now is the middle of the summer, and some of you may be maybe not seeing the explosiveness that you normally are expecting or anticipating, or maybe it's not growing as quickly as you want. I want to let everybody know this is part of a trend of this industry, is that during the summertime, traditionally, during our industry, you usually tend to find that many people just tend to spend more time with the family, spend more time with the kids. They're outside, they're enjoying the great weather, they're taking the summer off. And it's those people that really kind of put the pedal down and just continue to do that consistent activity. It doesn't require a lot of time. It's really more the consistency of your actions and then getting that to duplicate that can literally give you everything that you want. And I'm stressing that because, obviously, we're coming towards the end of the summer. I even hate to say that, but here we are towards the end of July. We get another month of the summer, but September, October, everybody, that's when things really, really kick into gear with this industry. And Karen is nodding, and she is a huge testament to that because she's seen it. I know there's other people on here who've seen that. And so come September, October, where are you? Where's your momentum in your team? Where is your personal momentum? Where's your head going to be at come the end of the summer? And I'll tell you flat out, everybody, it starts now, just to be very candid with everybody, because if the people are putting in the activity right now who are planting the seeds are going to be the one that are going to be seeing the full harvest in the fall. Because what's going to be happening for many others in the fall is they're going to be waiting, and then they're going to start seeing the excitement pick up. And that's when everybody starts putting in their attention, but they're just filling their funnel. They're just in the process of just starting to get people interested. Whereas if you've been just being consistent with your activity over the course of the summer, then you're going to have really a full funnel. And a full funnel is what we're all looking to have, because then you're not worried about whether one or two aren't going to do the business or not. If someone shoots you down, it's not devastating because you've got more people that you're going to be talking to. And that attitude of being willing to walk away from somebody with a smile and not be hurt or upset or angry or trying to push them into doing something if they're not ready is going to empower you. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this, everybody, if you're the type of person that someone sat there and they looked at it and they said it wasn't for them, and you maybe had answered all their questions, but you walked away with a smile, I promise you this, 8 times out of 10, I was going to say 9 out of 10, but I can't make that promise there. I would say they're going to be following you out the door. I've seen it happen repeatedly. If you act like you don't need them, all of a sudden they start feeling, hey, what am I missing out on? And that's ideally what we're looking to do. Now, I want to stress this too. When you're planting seeds, such as what we're doing right now, contacting people 2 a day consistently, just 2 new people a day. Hey, listen, what do you know about gold and silver? You really need to check this out, or you really need to take a look at what I'm doing. If it's not for you, no big deal. But if you're doing that, you're going to find, everybody, the results don't happen necessarily immediately. We've seen this. I know that Karen has seen this. I know that many others have seen this, where you're planting your seeds and all of a sudden what happens is 90 days out is when you really start seeing the fruits of your labor. Because 90 days out, you see activity and you see people signing up in the meantime. But 90 days out, if you're consistent with that, planting the seeds, going through the summer, and then going into the momentum time of September, October, you're going to start seeing really some heavy duty momentum start to kick in. And that's why it's important for us to be consistent throughout the summer and expect results 90 days out. Think about this. How long did it take you to make a decision on this? Did you make it the same night that you were shown information? Many people, that was not the case. For us, we did. We were more impulsive. We just jumped right on it as soon as we saw it. We had a little bit of buyer's remorse initially. We actually called up the very next day and we said, well, you know what? We don't think we're going to do it. And so sometimes you might find that, but all we needed was a little bit of reassurance. And then we came back around. And that's what people are looking for, everybody. They have this, everybody has this particular threshold level for them that is the point where in their mind they say, you know what, this is what I want to do. I'm ready. I want to act. And this is it. And it's different for everybody. For some people, it might be you show them one video and I'm in, and that's it. And they're ready to go. However, for many people, it's going to take a series of repeated follow-ups to get them to that point. Now, this is why we're looking at 90 days, everybody, because it's not like show them once and they're in, and all of a sudden you're exploding the very next day. You're planting seeds, and this follow-up time is sometimes not necessarily dependent upon your schedule, okay? You want to get them, you want to condense timeframes and get them that follow-up information, such as the next video or the three-way call right away. Sometimes it doesn't fit in with their schedule. We still want to show our sense of urgency. We still want to have that fear of loss that we're instilling in people that, hey, this is something you want to do early. And by doing that, everybody, again, you're going to get people who are going to be, they're going to stay in that funnel. They're going to continue to look at the information. And again, 90 days out are usually when you start seeing the big results start to come. So don't get frustrated if you're planting seeds and you're not seeing results right away. As long as you continue to follow up, you can't just plant a seed and then walk away. It's kind of like gardening. You plant a seed, you got to nourish it, you got to put a little bit of water on it, you got to keep dripping on that seed a little bit to keep them engaged, to keep them plugged in, because if this is their threshold level and you show them a video and they go, oh, I'm interested, but then you stay away from them for a while, they're getting back in life and they're getting less interested. And then we got to kind of go in and restart it again in terms of getting them refired up or remotivated. So that's a lot of what I really wanted to address. And I also want to make it so that this is fun, because as we go into, this business is, I'll just say this, if you're not having fun doing this, then you're not doing it right. Sometimes it can be stressful. If you're relying on this to be your sole source of income, it's not really a good place to be for many people. I would encourage people to make sure you have that part-time job, or a full-time job, whatever, in doing this, so that you're not relying on the money in sharing this to live, because then it puts too much pressure on it, changes your posture, changes your attitude when you're talking to other people. So make sure that you've got that income stream, but be steady with this. What's been amazing to me is that people will get their job, which is extremely important, as we just talked about, and they'll make that their priority. But what will also happen is that their business that is this here, that can give them complete financial freedom and give them the ability to walk away from that job, it sometimes doesn't get the priority. Sometimes it goes on the back burner. And that's where, again, I would encourage each of us. I'm looking at all of you and it looks like I'm talking to the choir here. And I know that all of us feel that same way. You're consistent in plugging in, you're showing up, which is awesome. And sometimes we get frustrated with the people who don't show up. Well, you know what? The timing's got to be right for everybody. Matter of fact, when the student is ready, the teacher will arrive. And we're the teacher. So we're here, and when they're ready, we'll be here to teach them and take them under our wing and show them what to do. So keep it fun, everybody. Keep it so that when you're out there and you're sharing with people, you really understand that you're doing them a service by letting them know about what this business is, or even letting them know about this opportunity, about this membership, because this membership, obviously, it speaks volumes, and everybody should know about this because of what's going on in society. If they're not prepared with gold and silver, it's not going to be a good transition for many people, because they're just not being educated. And that's where our role kind of comes in. So I want to, again, just really kind of stress to everybody, keep it fun, stay consistent in your activity. Remember that this is the time to go out and be as active as you possibly can. You may not feel like it, but sometimes just push yourself to do a little bit. It doesn't require a lot of time. It doesn't. It seriously is me calling up saying, hey, Adam, listen, this is Mark. I only have a second. Listen, what do you know about gold and silver? What are your thoughts on gold and silver? You need to see what someone showed me. If I send you this video, or can you jump on this Zoom right now? That's my thing. Can you jump on this Zoom right now? Think about this, everybody. It doesn't take a lot of time, because once I get people on the Zoom, I can share my screen and then shut off my video, And when I do that, I can literally be having the video play while I'm doing other things that maybe I need to do. And they're seeing the story. And so, but I want to open this up for questions because I know that there's a lot of people on here that, you know what, we want to see you win. And, you know, it's obviously we're the CEOs of our own business. So whatever activity we put in is going to determine our ultimate outcome. And one last thing I will mention, this is a tip I learned from the late John Gardner, and this is so powerful. Instead of getting frustrated, get fascinated. I will tell you, it is powerful what it does for your mind. You know, you never get frustrated because someone didn't get on the Zoom. Get fascinated. It's fascinating there's no one showing up. You know, it's kind of funny because when you look at it that way, everybody, you just don't try and take the class where you figure out what other people are thinking. We know they need what we have. Our goal is just somehow, how do we get them to the table so that they can answer and see what we have seen and be able to share the vision of what we've seen and how we can bless them. So let's see if there are any questions or any comments that anybody wants to add. I want to make this an interactive thing. I want this to be something that's fun and informative as well. Anybody have anything you want to add or ask questions on?
I have a question.
Karen, I see you. Go ahead, right ahead.
Okay. I've had 3 conversations over the past 2 days, which has been good. The morning thing is really motivating me, I have to say, the 10:30.
Good.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah, and I've been showing, now I know it takes a little bit longer, but I've been showing the 9-minute video first and then the 18-minute one, because I like people to get aware of what's going on. Do you recommend that? I mean, it feels a little long and then, I don't know, what do you think?
You know, it depends upon the person that you're talking to. A lot of, if I'll ask them, I'll say, listen, do you understand how the money system works? Do you know what fiat currency is? And if they're like, no, not really, then I would go to the 9-minute video simply because if they don't like what they see, if they're not curious after that 9-minute video, it's not going to go any further anyway. That right there, hopefully will get them to say, wow, okay, now what do you have? So I would approach it more that if they're saying they understand it, I go right to the 18-minute. If they don't understand it, then I often will do exactly what you just talked about. I'll try and get that 9-minute one in. Now, if someone's telling you they just don't have time or something like that, then use those little drip videos. Like if they're saying, well, I just don't have time to sit down for 10, 15 minutes, whatever, send me something. Send a drip video like you saw in the app, like those little ones talk about inflation and things like that. The little short ones, and sometimes those people with maybe short attention spans will tend to watch those first. And sometimes you need to kind of pique their attention before they get to the 18-minute, because if you don't, they're not listening.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the app yet because I'm I'm not brilliant with tech yet, so I haven't gotten to the app, but you know, maybe that'll come.
I'm not that great with tech either. I will tell you that on besttrainingtips.com, if you go to business and then you go to sharing tools, I do have those short videos in there
Okay.
that you can share with YouTube.
Oh, okay, great. And is this Karen DeSantis? Is this, yes? Karen,
Hey,
Karen held space for me today. She was supposed to be my expert for the one guy. He was a dentist, I know him. And he just wanted to talk afterwards. And I could not, I said, do you have any questions? Are you know, at first he said, no, this is kind of like Amway, you know, and then he went off. And then he came back and then he went away again. And he said, you know, maybe I'll think about just the, you know, the basic, but anyway, it went on and on. I didn't want to keep you forever, but thank you so much for being there. I appreciate it. So.
now,
yeah.
what was it? Let me just ask Karen, was he receptive to talking, or was he just wanted to talk to you?
No, first he wasn't receptive. He wasn't unreceptive. It was sort of like he saw that he's 76 years old and he's a retired dentist. And he said, I know, he said, you know, I have some gold and silver. He said, financially, I'm fine. He said, I know what's going on. I'm concerned about it. But he said, I could sign up for this and just not do it because I know me. Right. So it was more like that kind of an attitude. But then as we talked, he wanted to talk to me too. But then as we talked a little bit, he said, well, you know, maybe just the basic. And I said, can I send you something extra? And so I sent him Freedom Gold Rush. I sent that to him afterwards. So, you know, I said, if you have questions, I'm here, you know, and we can get one of our experts on the phone and we can answer more of your questions if you need that. So,
Great.
yeah.
Now, did he say maybe just the basic?
Yes.
Okay, now let me give you a tip that I would do on that. If
Okay,
someone says that, I would say, well, let me send you over a link right away. Because it sounds like at that point, he might have made a decision, okay, I'm ready to go with the basic.
yeah.
At that point, try and say, listen, let me send you a link and
Mm-hmm.
then get him the information after. That's one thing that you might listen for, those little, that's a great thing that you mentioned there, Karen, because sometimes that we want to be listening for those little buying signals.
Yeah.
And if we do get them that right away, we can do the three-way after if we need to. Now, he still may not have signed up. He may have just said that, but still, when you hear them say that, kind of go in and say, listen, let me send you the link and we'll help you get up and running.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. And I'm gonna see him tomorrow night for another event. So, you know, we may have
Awesome.
the conversation again.
Oh,
So we'll
perfect.
see.
I'm sure he'll be asking some questions. Bring a collector coin with you. Let him see those.
All right, I will. Okay,
All
good.
right.
Thanks, Mark.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you, Karen. And now the other Karen.
Thanks. Just a real quick thought that I'm going to add real quickly because Karen mentioned it. If you're, if you can fit it in when he's asking questions, just like, oh my gosh, you've got to hear my girlfriend's story. Just stop right here. You've just got to hear my girlfriend's story. And that's when he'll go, oh, okay. And then you could have added me, but that's okay. No big deal. It's just, again, what I want to add is just go with your gut, you guys. One of the things I want to share with you is I've been dripping on somebody for a long time. And our goal is to start and finish. Start with anything you feel that's right. It could be a 1 minute, a 9 minute, an 8, whatever it is, your gut. Every situation is different, but the end goal is to get a yes or a no, period. That's all we're in business for. In between is just continuing to water the plant, water the plant, water the plant. I got a no today from somebody that I've been dripping on. And I was so thankful. I wrote down, get fascinated. I love that, Mark, because I was excited because I don't have to worry about bothering her anymore. I will get to these people until they say no. They're adults. They will have to, and I just drip naturally on them. I don't attack, I attract. I got with her again. I said, hey, just circling back around. Not sure if you're close to Boise. I've got some friends. I sent them a flyer. I sent her the flyer. I said, not sure if you're, if you've thought any more on this, if you're close to Boise, if not, no worries. And she got back and said, thank you so much. We decided not to go with it, not interested. And I said, thank you. I don't want to bug you. And she goes, you don't bug me. That's what we do, is follow up with a heart, because we understand when we're builders and we're working this business, we understand the follow-up. So don't worry about it. Just know that there's lots of different tools. My friend that's brand new, she's on here. She just asked what would be a good peaking video. Download the 7K app on your phone. There are so many peaking videos that are, I think, 1 minute and 3 minute and 5 minute. I love the 9 minute as well. It does pique the interest, and then go into the 18, but there's still lots more. Oh my gosh, Blake has done such a wonderful job in creating all of these peak videos. So download that app, get familiar with it, watch those videos so you can customize which one. I have sent the majority of them, if not all to me, so that I can go into my thread and see which one is best that I can send. And then I go into the app and pop it in there.
Can I ask a question in relation to your comments about, starting and finishing? I have a few people that have started and shown lots of interest and asked for more information and gotten on a call and gotten on a Zoom, and it's everything up to a yes. It's not a no, but there's no action. And so I'm like, how do I follow up with these people? Because they've already been on one of our presentations. They've even asked me for more info on the differences between the memberships, but they haven't taken action.
Yeah, well, let me mention this. It's everybody's journey and timetable is going to be different. I would continue to drip. I would absolutely continue to drip. I'm a classic example of that. When I get into this industry, the guy who introduced me sent me information, and 9 months later, after continuing to drip on me, I was hitting ignore on my phone and everything. But 9 months later, my circumstances changed. And I actually was going to do another business. And then but he was still very nice and still stayed persistent. And, even when I looked at the other business, like I did comparison, I said, that's too difficult. And I came back and I said, can you guys, do you guys have a simple system? And he showed me the system, and it was so turnkey that I got started at that point and did very well. And the only reason I'm saying that, everybody, is that 9 months earlier, I was never, if I would have signed up, I would have been useless. And so that's why the continue the drip. And like Karen said, you know, ultimately you're looking for that ultimate answer, but even on the nose, you're going to say, great, can I keep you updated? Because now you're keeping them in your funnel for later on. A no is seriously not a no. It's a not right now, because I'll tell you, everybody, this is my personal opinion. And this is another big thing to think about in our industry, is anticipation. If you anticipate what's going to happen, and I anticipate, I think we all do, that our money is being printed and they're following blueprints of stuff that has basically always failed. That is 100% what's happening. So we know way more than everybody else. I know everybody who says no is going to get another bit of excitement and interest later on. That's my personal opinion, because they're going to need to. I'm looking at people who are in other companies and they're jumping for joy about, I'm gonna go traveling. It's like, well, go traveling. I hate to say it. What's going to happen in the fall when all of a sudden they start doing all these shutdowns? What's going to happen? I'm anticipating what's going to happen in our industry based upon, again, history. Same thing in our industry. That's why we know summers tend to go slow. We anticipate what's going to happen in the fall, and the fall is going to be explosive. It always is. But and because people are looking for something, and they're looking for that business, everybody. So don't be shy on sharing the way to make money either. That's, people need it. They're paying. We just got our electric bill. Our electric bill was $400 for a month. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke. What do you think's happening with people who don't have any control over their income? What do you think about things happening with people who are paid on an hourly salary and they're having these expenses go up, but their wages are going like this? They need this. Okay. That's my personal opinion. Peter, thank you for jumping on. What do you got?
Oh, all right. I got a comment and a question. Hi, everybody. My comment is I feel the same way as you. I see a very real understanding that the what's happening with the dollar, and that's why I think the 9-minute video is so important. I even have a couple supporting videos that you're probably familiar with, some other YouTube videos that, when necessary, if they want more information about what's happening with the currency, because I think when you realize it's like a 7K is like a life preserver. Once you realize the ship is going down, it's like never more important to get a life preserver. So I think a sense of what's happening with the currency is really valuable in terms of how powerful 7K can be. That's just my comment. So I think it's a game. I think when you understand that, it makes it much easier. If people have no sense of what's happening with the currency, then they might not care. They might think it's business as usual out there. And my question is how, I know obviously the live Zooms and being able to play the videos on the live Zooms or make a presentation on a live Zoom is probably the most powerful way of communicating the opportunity, the membership. But how comfortable are you when you meet someone, or you've written something on like a video to watch on the back of a card? Like, how comfortable are you just sending someone a video without them actually coming to a live Zoom? Are you comfortable sending people videos to look at, or do you find that that just never works?
I don't like to send videos unless they're small drip videos that don't tell a whole lot. Maybe even that 9-minute might be one that I would send. And matter of fact, I'm going to be doing a live, and I tell people I want to send you videos. It's got no affiliation with any company, but you need to know, because that way I'm not coming across as salesy. It's more, I need to educate. But I think let me just say our numbers. Our numbers, when we get them on a Zoom and we walk them through, seeing the video, watching it together with them, us not being the expert, bringing on a third party to answer questions, I would say we're probably closing 80 to 90%. And it doesn't happen immediately. Let me stress that. It's not like they're all signing up right then and there, but we're sending them stuff. And then a few days later, okay, I'm ready to go. We're getting a lot of those right now. And that's what people will see if you're just planting your seeds and you're following up with those people. We're getting like a steady stream of, okay, I'm ready. okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. And that's why I find that when we watch it with them, we built the relationship a little bit. That's so important. There's so many solicitors out there and people throwing programs at people, and there's a lot of scams. So we need to build that trust. I think if you're going to send a video, do like what Karen had said, one of the short, sweet drip videos, unless it's something that is educational and doesn't sell. Like that 9-minute that you're talking about, Peter, I love that personally because that taught me. I didn't know it before. When I watched that, I'm like, wow, we got to do something. It makes sense. In 2008, I remember when that happened and they didn't fix it. The same people stayed in power, just printed more money and just tried to bleed the system dry. And that's where we are. So that's why I do love the 9-minute. But if we send the video and we follow up, our close rate is probably closer to 10%. It's that drastic. Unless we get them to be convicted that they're going to watch it at a specific time. Like if I'm calling Karen, I'm like, Karen, listen, if I send you this, can you watch it tonight? Because I want to follow up with you shortly after you see it, because I want to find out your opinions while it's fresh in your mind. So if you can nail it down that way, it's better, but it's still not the best because you have no idea how many times I've talked to people, or I've even seen people, even when I'm doing a Zoom, that they're so distracted by stuff in the background while the video is playing. And if I'm not there to sit there with them, I can only imagine what their attention span on it would be, unless they're truly interested. I've seen people where they're trying to cook, dogs barking, things like that, and they're looking at the video while they're doing that. And it's like, I'm glad that they're doing it, but they're not getting probably the meat. That's why I try and get them on a Zoom if possible for that reason, Peter. And it's worked great. If it doesn't, again, just nail them down to a time, do the follow-up, and you got to drip a little bit more. But you got to build that trust if you don't have it there already.
I
wanna
really
add-
appreciate that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to add to Kristen's question as well in regards to what do you do when they don't answer? Just now I downloaded, it's 2 minutes and 16 seconds, you guys. When you go into the app, you go into sharing, you go into peak, the purchasing power of the US dollar, it's the inflation video. And I didn't know what it was, but I looked at it, I'm like, oh, purchasing power of the US dollar. That is a perfect video that Mark is saying that's not selling the 7K, but it's giving information about what we're doing and what we're passionate about. And it's a drip. And so it's such a great staying in contact. If somebody doesn't, if somebody's ghosting you, if they said, this sounds really interesting, and then doesn't, make an answer. Hey, just circling back, thought this would be interesting. Nothing about signing up, nothing about when are you ready, nothing about that. You want to be valuable. Bring value to people so that when you are dripping it, they're gonna look at the phone and go, oh shoot, it's Kristen. Yes. What has she got for me now? Not, uh-oh, she's trying to sell me. Bring value. And these videos back here are phenomenal. And then what's so powerful, and my friend on here did this when I sent it, I didn't even realize that she watched the next video. I didn't know it was then a few months back. Watch next video. She actually went to the next video. I didn't even have to do anything. So while we're busy working, doing other things, tending to the family, our business is working in the background because of this app and because of the continuous videos dripping. So that's how powerful this is. Just saying. So yeah, so just bring value. And also you're muted. Also, Mike Malone, go onto YouTube, like Peter said, find small little tidbits and save them to your phone so that you can send them to say, hey, just circling back, thinking about you, thought this was valuable.
Thank you so much. I love that.
Yeah, and that's another reason why the premium is such a good membership as well, because of specifically what you had just talked about, Karen. I'm sorry, I got bit by a mosquito down here. It's driving me nuts. The other thing with the premium too is it allows you to watch coins on Stack and Sell. That's another big benefit. But with a premium, you're getting a full year of the app instead of just 3 months. And no one wants to have the $20 a month that they have. If they have another monthly bill, they don't want that. So that's why premium's a good thing to get for people, because there's nothing shocking or anything like that that comes. I want to stress this to everybody. You know, in the morning, we've been doing our call to action Zooms, and they've been very, very effective. I know for us, our personal numbers have gone way up. And all it is just a simple call to action, a simple plan of activity that will help you to get your business going in the right direction. And the numbers have been, from the people who've been doing it, have been outstanding. And if you're in that group, I encourage everybody, plug into that. It's 10:30 a.m. on this Zoom. It's a real quick 20-minute action Zoom, basically giving everybody a quick call to action for the day. Everybody puts in their numbers from the day before, if they got, you know, they're 2 and 1, and it keeps us all accountable. It makes it fun, keeps us focused on the activity at hand that's going to get us the results and the paychecks that we want. And you'll get some of the best training from people, but really sort of bullet point training. So I encourage everybody, plug into that and get into that as often as you can. I think the results have been speak volumes. People are bringing in numbers, and they're not stressed. They're not being pressured. It's fun. You know, we're just getting a lot of great nuggets there. So I encourage everybody to plug into that. Any other questions, anybody? All right, I see Kathy on here. Kathy, I'd love to have you maybe say a couple words. Great to have you on, by the way. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a grand opening day here at the University of Alabama sorority. So I'm like a little, but I'm at the sorority house now, but at least I have good internet. Okay. So that's the beauty of where I am. So I loved all this. This is great stuff. I mean, just great, concrete. We all have the same issues. We all have the same dilemmas, but you think that the people that you see here are rock stars don't have them. They do. I do. You will. It's okay. But we just keep on keeping on because we've got something so great. And I love what Karen was sharing. We're not selling. We're just giving information. We're adding value, and we let them make their decisions. So this by far, y'all, is the most rewarding and easiest thing I've ever shared, because there's just a confidence with this over everything else that we've had an opportunity to do, because we're really going to rescue people. They're really going to look back and say, thank you, Peter. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Stephen, for thinking about me. You think about that. I love that Zach, you know, he's in the Uber with the driver, and he said, tell me your story. And he's some rock star surgeon from Venezuela. Yes. And he's here and he's broke and he's driving an Uber. And he said all of his medical buddies told him to get gold and silver, and he didn't. And he had nothing when it collapsed. And they were all here and they got board certified and they're doing their medicine again, got practices. He's on the ground trying to pick himself up and feed his family. And he's driving an Uber because he didn't listen. So, I mean, you know, I really do think you're going to hear, thank you. Thank you, Sandy, for thinking about me. Thank you, Adam. As we go down the road, it's that significant. It's that important that you're adding value, because they don't know what they need to know. But we've got something that will help. And I have chill bumps when I tell you that, because I'm passionate about it. And everybody here, I think we all are. That's what makes this super cool, because it's not about us. It's about sharing with other people, and we get paid because of that. Wow.
I agree. Thank you,
for letting me
Kathy.
share.
Thank you
Yes.
for sharing this with us. I can attest, people will thank you. We thank Kathy every day. No, I mean, seriously, changed our lives. And I mean, we have time, a little bit of time on our side right now, everybody. That's why we need to act now. And I do want to show this. And then Melissa, I know you got a question. Let me show this, everybody. I want everybody to, you know, Karen did an excellent job talking about the app. I definitely think that those drip videos are something that are so important, especially for those people that, you know, have the sales defensiveness, or the people who are, you know, you don't know that well. You need to kind of open the door a little bit. But I do want to show this. This is kind of like the universal presentation thing that if I can get a person here and walk them through it, this is everything. First off, as they scroll down here, they've got the simplest 1, 2, 3. There's the 9-minute from 2011. There's the 18-minute solution. And then down here's the bonus and how they get paid. And then it's get started. And if they want to hear member stories, they click on this and they got a whole bunch of stories. I mean, facts tell, stories sell. They can just simply go through here and listen to all of these different ways that the people benefited. And get this, they can even go here and click to hear from the message from the CEO. This is Jason on our 7KU here a few weeks ago. If you remember, he was talking to the prospective members, and it's an outstanding message because he's saying, this is why you want to do this. And this is from our CEO. If you send someone here and you walk him through any of these, I'm going to tell you, if they don't get it, that's okay. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't get it, but you've given them everything you can so they can make the best educated decision for themselves. And like Kathy said, like Karen said, they will come back and they will be grateful to you. Trust me, they will do that. I don't know of anybody who's been mad about at least knowing about this. They're grateful to even know. Melissa, you have a question? You're muted, so you might have to unmute.
Oh, yes, thank you. I was hitting the wrong spot on the screen. So earlier today, I was on the Zoom with Danielle and I had let her know that I invited someone in Boise to your event tomorrow night. I sent I wrote up something, I sent the picture of it, and she's like, that's like 2 minutes from my house and it's tomorrow. I'm like, yeah. And so I just gave her, asked, she's a little bit interested in gold and silver. They actually have bought some. So I'm trying to get her there. But my question is I think maybe it was geared more towards a team meeting, but I'm assuming team people are bringing guests, correct?
Out in Idaho, yeah. The first hour is going to be for guests.
Okay. So
Yeah.
good. Okay. And that's Danielle said, you can connect us and I can save a seat. So I'm kind of, I haven't gotten a guess for sure that they're going. But it was a great connection because she was like responsive, so that was cool. So I don't know if there's really anything else I can do to get her there.
I would just say, listen, Danielle's a ton of fun. Mark,
Yeah.
he's okay.
Yeah, I know.
I would just say, no, they're a good, they're just a lot of fun couple and it's really educational. If you can make it, just
Yeah.
go, they'd love to meet you. That's all you can really do. And
Yeah.
if, you might for someone like that, you may send a drip video like what Karen's talking about.
Yeah,
Something
that's what I
talks
was
about,
thinking.
That's what's going on in the economy. That's why you need to get there tomorrow night.
Yeah. I was thinking I
Yeah,
might
the
do
freeway
that.
is great too, but when? We're gonna be on the plane.
Yeah. No, I'll probably just send her the drip. Yeah.
You can do a 3-way. Danielle
Yeah.
can let you know our schedule. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I
That's
mean,
another
she has the opportunity. She's that close.
Like it.
So if she really wants to go, they'll go. You know what I mean?
The
Yeah.
only
Definitely. Oh, I'd love to have her there.
reason I recommend hello everybody, the 3-way is because we've done this in the past where somebody has a guest coming and the guest is a little timid, but then when we do the 3-way call and let's just say it was with your person and I'd say, hey, I look forward to meeting you. I'm going to send you, let's connect on a text. I'll send you my picture, you send me yours, and I'll save you a seat. And they just feel so much more comfortable coming now because they have a connection with somebody at the meeting. Sometimes some people are super intimidated about showing up to something that they don't know anybody. So that's the only reason we suggest that. But
Yeah.
That's
you're-
the best thing.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I
just
might,
know
I'll
available. You
try.
to
Yeah.
have to text me. I don't even know what our
We land about I would say 2:00 Mountain Time.
But how about Atlanta?
know the
Do we have a
layover right
layover?
off
I
the
don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't know. You're right.
If anything, I can try to just create a messenger chat and just that way, at least it's
Yeah, that would be great.
connection. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Aaron, you have another
Okay.
question?
I
Thank
just
you.
have a
Brenda.
quick
That was a
question
great
about
question.
that. Hey, this is Christina. Just a quick question about the Boise event. Can you just type up, where can I find the information for that? I looked on the Facebook group. Is there, I just have somebody in Boise I want to.
Yes, the flyer is in there. I'll tag you.
Okay, thanks. That's-
Okay, good to
you. Yep.
see you.
Hey,
Travel,
hi.
miss traveling all over the.
I know.
Looks
Yeah.
All right, I'll tag you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
You're welcome. I think Sandy made a great point. Diane asks, are you ready to grab a membership? Diane Graver. That works too. Obviously, at the end, they're not going to say yes until someone asks if they're ready to get one. So that question always has to be asked. Oftentimes it'll be asked by your third party expert on your three-way call. Oftentimes, if they're a builder, that third party will say, you ready to get going? If they don't, then you can always ask yourself after the call. Karen.
Yeah, just quickly. So the Freedom Gold Rush 22, which is different than what I sent as a follow-up. I had a friend of mine view all this last night. Should I send that Freedom Gold Rush 22 as a follow-up so she can look at stories and stuff? She's already seen the 9-minute and the 18-minute.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I would even have her listen to Jason's interview. The video's not the best because he was on a bad connection, but you hear everything. He just kind of freezes every now and then. But I mean, the message is strong.
Okay. Just a quick question about the 9-minute. Has anybody just like posted that on Facebook and then invited with a question? Like,
I wouldn't do that. I would more try and get the people individually.
okay.
Mark's got a good idea. Aren't you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm like, kind of like what I said.
Oh,
I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna do a thing and I'm gonna say, listen, I'm gonna send a video to those who might ask. I want people curious. If I show them the movie, they're not gonna be curious anymore.
Okay.
And
Now they're gonna be, and
and-
they might not even come back to me because I'm gonna, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to so-and-so.
But to answer that question, I did post that video and I got 0 response.
Got it.
So I think Mark's right. And I'll probably do the same thing. I'll probably copy him at some point and go live and just say, if you are curious and want to know what I've learned, let me know.
And
I'll
you
shoot
can
over the
share it.
video.
You can share it and use that and say, this is one of my business partners I'm working directly with.
Okay.
And then, that helps, but I'm just going to be as honest as I can. And I got a lot of feedback last time. I just said, listen, I don't care. I said, I feel very uncomfortable coming on here because I don't want people thinking I'm trying to solicit or sell you. It's just that our dollar is dying and you need to look into buying gold and silver. I don't care whether you get it from me or I don't care where you get it, but you need to learn and you need to get educated. And that's exactly what I'm going to say here. I'm going to say, listen, if you want to know, I'll send you a video as 0 company affiliation. All you have to do is just go and take a look at this. If you want to know more, get back to me after that. But you have to see this video, everybody. Your future and all the money you're working so hard for depends on it. And if you think I'm full of it, you don't have to ask for it, or you don't have to get educated. I'm doing this because I care and I don't want to see anybody get hurt. And I know it's coming.
And are you doing this like on a Facebook Live kind of thing?
Yeah, probably tomorrow, maybe.
That was his audition.
Yeah.
All right, very good. I'm an actor, I know, it's very good.
Oh, there you go. Well, that was from here. That was 100%.
Yeah, but we can still rehearse.
Awesome. Jennifer shared it a couple times. And you know what that does? That's one less video that we need to now watch with them when we get them on the Zoom. We say, now you know the problem. Now let's show you what we got.
It's true.
I do think, Peter said earlier, I do agree with him that I think that video is the strongest. There's nothing that establishes the problem that we're facing like that. When you're having some of these top respected economic minds telling you over and over again, the dollar's going down, the dollar's going down. You got to get ready. You got to get ready. I mean, what more warning can you give to people? I'm still blown away right now by what's going on in this country, that people cannot see what's happening. This is ridiculous. I mean, feel like just shaking people. It's like, what are you thinking, everybody? I still see people. Oh, the divisiveness is so stupid. We should all be collectively one against these World Economic Forum that wants to put all of us in our place. That's the thing. And this is the best way for us to battle against that, is to take independence and freedom back. And that's what we all need to do. And that's not getting political in any way. That's 100% about what we deserve to live the way that we deserve to live, our God-given right to live. And this is what can give that to people. God's money in their hand, as opposed to this paper money that right now they know they're killing. They know for a fact they're going to a digital currency. It's even in the executive order that he put out there, and people aren't reading it. It says they want to take this to a digital system. If they do that, everybody, no one is going to be happy with the exchange. It's not going to be in our favor. That is the way they have it planned. Now, are there other forces that might change that? Hopefully, But we can't sit there and rely. We have to get ready and protect as many people, including ourselves, as we can. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Dead silence. Everyone's like, oh, brother,
That's
hanging
a
up
mic
here. They're not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Oh,
It was a
terrible.
mic drop. That's all that was.
All right. I didn't know if it was complete horror and everybody was feeling. But we have the answer, and I truly feel, I mean, it has been past few months, it's just amazing. It's been like divine intervention that has brought us all together here. Whether you believe that, agree with that or not, I truly feel like, because everybody here is a wonderful piece of this community and an integral part of it. But we need to build this bigger. We have very good hearts. We don't want to see people hurt, and we're accumulating silver, but friends and family of ours are not. And we know if this thing starts coming apart, they're going to come to us. Hey, you were right. So that's why we got to act now. Selfishly, we don't want to be giving away our silver.
The more of us who gather it, the more people will be able to help.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody plug in. We're going to be still trying to broadcast a couple of these, or even out from,
Yeah, we're gonna. see
Salmon
if we can
River.
Be connected out there.
and, I would just tell everybody, we're all on this boat together. Let's do it together. Let's win together. I want every one of you to win. So does everybody on here. Doesn't matter who's on whose team. Yeah, all ships rise with the tide. So let's keep this fun. Let's utilize each other for our stories and our three ways, because that's what makes people understand, hey, it's not just about you. Look at all the other people doing this. And then they want to become a part of the community. We draw them in. They love the people, they stick. Excuse me, which video was I talking about?
Oh, probably Freedom Gold Rush, the first, if you go to freedomgoldrush22.com, it's the first video, the problem number 1.
That's
And it's-
22, right? Did you say 22?
Did I not?
I don't think you did. I think you said pretty cool.
freedomgoldrush22.com. And it's, the video is called Real Money versus Fake Money. So good. I'm telling you,
Now,
we could have all graduated with like way less classes and been much smarter, right? Like if we would have only ever learned what's in the, anyway, it's a whole other story.
yeah. All right, and freedomgoldrush.com, everybody, that's a site too. That's more for someone, I want to go do my research. Send them that.
Yep.
Okay, that's got a few more videos on this. Some of the same videos. It's just more complex. Freedom Gold Rush 22 is supposed to be simple. 1, 2, 3. The Freedom Gold Rush is, I need to do my homework. Okay, go look at this. There's a ton of videos on there. They'll see a bunch of stuff. They'll see stuff from our corporate office. You name it. Just really good stuff. We don't want them doing their research on Jim's gold and silver, and I'm going to tell you why 7K is not a good thing to do. That's why I got to go with me. That's not what you want them reading on Google, because that's what you'll find on
Well,
Google.
there's nothing true on Google anymore.
That's true. All right. Any other questions, comments? All right, we're hitting the road at 3 in the morning, so
Going to bed. Actually, I gotta do a follow-up call, but then
yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna go to bed.
Have a fabulous time, you guys. Be safe. And if anybody needs me, I'm available.
thank
You're
you,
awesome, Karen.
Same here. If you need me, holler.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Kathy.
guys.
All right,
guys
thank you,
have
Kathy.
fun.
Wish
Thank
you
you.
guys all gonna be there.
I will just say this, tomorrow there'll be a post about, we usually do a Tuesday night. I'm new to the membership, what's next, kind of introduction call. And what I did is I recorded last week, so I've got a timed post tomorrow at 11:11, my favorite number, where I'm actually posting that replay, and then you guys can either, I suggest that you hop on a Zoom with your new members and watch it together, or at least tag them in that post. And then Wednesday is happening. Adam actually is going to be leading Wednesday nights Zoom. So you've got a millennial sharing the opportunity Wednesday night.
Yeah, and Anna does a great
He
job.
does do a great job. All right.
All right. So everybody, let's have a great week and we wish you're all coming with us. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Kathy, gonna miss you, taking
know,
your
Kathy.
backflip in the boat.
Hey, Kathy and Karen, would you mind popping your phone numbers down real quick on the chat?
Sure. Hey,
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to hear the stories. That's, y'all are going to have so much fun. That crowd you're running with is wide open.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It'll
going to be
be
great.
funny. It will be funny. All right,
Go ahead.
Kathy, there you
Good
go. Take a screenshot, Christina.
Yep, got it.
Awesome.
Hey, there's the man, Steve.
Mark, I got an idea for the coin drops. When you get back, I'm gonna talk to you.
Okay.
It's gonna be, so to help everybody get what they need.
Oh, geez, that sounds great.
What you
You're
got?
gonna make me sit and wait and
You just piqued his interest.
I know.
very good.
Good job.
That's a good peek right there. That's a good
Well
peek.
done. Yeah, exactly.
You get me to the table.
A good trip.
Karen, who put your phone number down, what's your last name? If I may ask.
DeSantis Meyer.
DeSantis
D-
Meyer. Wow, 2 names. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I know there's a few Karens out there, so I just want
We're all fabulous.
to.
Get it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Definitely.
You guys are amazing.
The good Karens.
Let's
Right.
Yeah.
blow Mark and Danielle's socks off this week, guys. When they're gone, let's blow them away.
Love it.
All
That would be
right,
great.
guys.
And
Have a good trip.
everybody. You want to
Pay attention to the river guide.
Yes,
Oh,
we will. But if anybody wants to go on a cruise, August 13th in Maine, we're gonna be doing our event. Carmen's coming up. Awesome.
Yes.
We're gonna have a great event during the day with Miles Standish and Curtis is gonna be here. And then at night, we're doing the Maine Freedom Cruise. Have you guys seen our
Wow.
video for that yet?
Okay. Yeah. No, we're not. Actually not.
Okay. Some people have, some people
You
have.
guys need sleep.
All right. If you want to see it, go check out mainfreedomcruise.com. You'll be able to see it.
Post it in the 7K Freedom family during the week.
There you go.
We will. That's a good idea.
He will.
We'll promote it. It's funny. All right, everybody. We look forward to, again, anything that we can do to help, let us know, and look forward to seeing you.
Have a great week, everybody. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, safe trip.
Have fun. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.